Hi there, I'm Archer Evelyn, and this is Eternal Life Church. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about whether or not Jesus really existed. And honestly, I believe that Jesus did exist and that the Gospels are not a lie. They're not some document that's created to keep us in check and to keep us under lock and key, so to speak. Sometimes people think, well, Christianity is just a creation of a religion that serves the scribes and the Pharisees of our modern day. I don't think that's accurate, and I don't think Jesus Christ is just an extension of like Julius Caesar or anything like that. I truly believe that there was a guy named Jesus. Maybe they didn't call him Jesus, but there was a man that lived approximately 2,000 years ago that did these things, and they recorded it all in the Gospels. All of his disciples recorded his acts and his the miracles that he performed. And even if Jesus didn't exist, I think he should, and we can create him in our mind by reading the Gospels and trying to become more like him, because I think there's true power in getting in touch with the Spirit, which is God. Each one of us has a soul within our body, and that soul is part of the oversoul, which is God. It's like this vast network of spiritual energy, and it's being controlled by an all-knowing, all-loving force, which is God. I don't like to call it the universe. I don't like to call it source. I just call it God. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the problem is a lot of people just don't like the term God because it's been rammed down their throat as a kid, and so many people have misinterpreted what God means, and the life of Jesus as well. So I do believe that Jesus existed, and I think you should believe too, if you're watching this video, and try to become more like him. That's the rub, is trying to become more like Jesus. It doesn't necessarily come that quickly if you're just going to go and sit in church for 1 hour a week and not do anything else. If you really want to have a second coming of Christ, if you want to resurrect Christ within your own body, then you need to start following what Jesus did, living a life like Jesus did, and to try to go deeper. And I'm going to talk to you about these things in greater detail. My ministry here, it's not really for the, hey, I just got saved, going to go to church and clean up my life sort of person. I'm more looking for the people that have been going to church for a long time and have realized that it's not really getting them anywhere very quickly. Now, I'm certainly not knocking any church. I am happy for churches. I would much rather there be a church on every street corner than a bar on every street corner. But church does have its limitations, and the church is really us. It's each and every one of us, and we need to get closer to God, and that's what Jesus' life was meant to represent. So, yes, Jesus did exist, and the closer you get to him, the more you become like him, the more you're going to know God, and the better your life is going to be. Maybe not the easier it's going to be, but you're certainly going to get stronger and be able to conquer more things, like raising people from the dead, like casting out demons, like healing people, and praying, and really making a positive impact in the world, becoming a spiritual warrior, so to speak. So that's it for this video. If you got some use out of it, if you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, share, and if you would like to support this ministry with some sort of credit or some sort of currency, you can become a Patreon, and we'd really appreciate that. So I'll leave that link in the show notes below. And as always, the light in me honors the light in you. Peace, and may God love you. Bye-bye.